You believe that the BET Awards were all glittering music and flashy awards? But hugs weren't planned, and Remy Ma was backstage totally losing it while the celebs fake clapped from their seats and the spotlight was on. Remy entered the room, while Papoose and Claressa Shields were holding hands behind the scenes, according to some grainy but clear 4K footage that a cousin had taken. And the only thing more severely damaged than Remy's reputation? Astonished. Claressa's wig was stolen, mid-heels in front of the sponsors. Unquestionably not entirely entertained. This isn't your typical Hollywood shade or petty drama. We're talking about a boxing champion who could have thrown fists off duty, a failing marriage, and a rising side chick. Clap buckled in because the bet red carpet didn't simply shin it. Got vicious. Did Remy land the first hit? Was Claressa down for the chaos? Did Papoose choreograph the madness? And have faith that we'll be sending you all the wig-snatching, tea-spilling information shortly. Greetings from the location where we brought the receipts as well. So let's take it back instead of simply spilling the tea. The evening boiled with subdued tension, fake smiles, and a tangled love triangle walking the same red carpet in different brand heels before the wigs went on and the drama was captured on tape. The 2025 BET Awards were supposed to celebrate and honor talent, but things quickly took a turn for the worse. It appears that nobody delivered the message to Remy Ma. The major event was taking place backstage, away from the lights, with elaborately prepared thank you speeches and dancers. The actual mayhem was simmering like uncovered tea. Remy came by himself. The first red flag: no date, no apologies. Just her in a translucent black gown with her hair pulled back in a bun and that signature "test me and see" expression emblazoned like armor on her face. Before a single word was spoken, the tension was evident. Claressa Shields also appeared on the red carpet that evening, but Remy flatly refused to share the limelight, according to insiders. It wasn't a coincidence. Word had already spread about Remy and Claressa's intense tension, from barbershop arguments to gossip websites, and it all led to the same person: Papoose, the loyal spouse rap legend. The guy who supported Remy during her incarceration as a father. And their ascent to prominence as hip-hop's power couple, however, cracks began to appear somewhere between jail visits and lyrical promises. And Claressa went through them. Protects an Olympic fighter who is purportedly Papoose's newest favorite contact. For months, there had been rumors of Papoose and Claressa's tight association. But it was difficult to dismiss witnesses, that is, chatty security personnel, because of the BET Awards. Papoose entered through a hidden side door a few minutes after Claressa got out of her SUV, not with Remy at his side and most definitely not by himself. He allegedly entered the room accompanied by Claressa's glamorous squad. We don't know what is suspicious if that isn't. Then followed the grainy but unmistakable pictures as Claressa's stylist made adjustments to her gown. Papoose stood behind her, appearing quite happy with her red carpet makeover. That smile doesn't hurt most males. However, when the woman in issue is wearing a handmade outfit with your initials embroidered inside and your wife is Remy Ma, yes, it's more than simply a grin. That is a claim. In zoomed-in pictures, the place embroidery was visible, not even close to subtle. And Remy, she saw everything, and the message was clear to her without a label. 2 hours after the concert, a leaked audio snippet caused a stir. If I catch them holding hands, I'm flipping this whole award show upside down, Remy states unequivocally in her dressing room. It began with chilly steps and forced smiles, but then came the spark that sparked the fire. Papoose and Claressa were seen on video backstage laughing like teenagers at homecoming. Someone is calling back up because she followed through. Less than 45 minutes later, his hand was resting on her lower back, a bit too pleasantly. Their murmurs were curiously pleasant, and then the night abruptly turned left, and as they were about to enter the green chamber, boom, Remy Ma entered a full-fledged conflagration. According to insiders, she didn't say anything at first. "This is what we're on now. That's how you all are moving?" she asked after just stepping up and staring down at Claressa. Claressa calmly said, "It's not even like that," in an attempt to defuse the situation. Remy, however, wouldn't have it. She grabbed a pulled wig and reached out. Anarchy broke out. Betty's employees yelled. Security remained still. Someone in the back yelled, "Yo, this is better than the Bet Hip Hop Awards," as drinks struck the floor. "The twist is here." Claressa didn't swing. "You've been dying to do that since the DMS came out," she observed, stepping back calmly and adjusting her hair. "Feel better now?" The deal was clinched with that line. Verification without rejection. Although cameras rushed to capture the event, it was already too late. The wig was down. Remy had already started to go, while Papoose remained silent. No chase, no reaction, no defense. He simply took out his phone, gazed at the screen, and sighed deeply in exhaustion. According to people close to the turmoil later, Papoose informed a buddy that I had assured them both that I wasn't picking sides. It appears that they made the decision for me, and certainly, things became messier. Kiki, Claressa's cousin, posted the video to TikTok a few minutes later. It received 2.1 million views in less than 30 minutes, was remixed with Cardi B's voiceover, gave rise to the popular song Ray's Revenge, and had more than 12,000 comments, including Not Remy turning the Bet Awards into UFC Skull Edition. Claressa stood her ground like the victor she is, her face dripping with what appeared to be triumphant tears. Papoose, however, is himself in more trouble than a Zeus Network reunion special. Additionally, BT's official account sent a dry message just as it appeared that the mayhem had reached its zenith. "We are looking into the backstage incident. We do not support violence." Translation: they were keeping an eye on the stats to determine whether this meltdown would increase the number of viewers. Can honey, that was a huge success. Following the altercation, Claressa posted a picture with the caption, "Makeup flawless, edges intact," including the caption, "A queen never recoils," especially when wearing a crown that was never hers. Conversely, Remy became utterly silent. No postings, no tweets, and no cryptic captions. However, followers saw her at a neighboring hotel an hour later, barefoot and with perfect hair. But whether she was yelling, sobbing, or struggling with each ghost she had attempted to leave behind, her face conveyed it all as though she had gone through it all. And that's when everything started to go south. Someone dropped the true grenade. A new leak of screenshots rather than audio or video. After the viral craze and Claressa's serene queen vibe lit up timelines, Remy apparently planned a showdown with Claressa if she dared to show up in her private group chat with her stylist, Glam Squad, and yes, her lawyer. The issue today is whether this was a spontaneous outburst or a well-thought-out wig theft operation. Since social media went completely crazy as those receipts went viral, let's now examine those screenshots, as the internet as a whole short-circuited them when they first appeared online. Posted by an anonymous user with a moniker similar to Spill Queen 2025 in a hazy profile select, they weren't only sloppy, they were simply explosive. Purportedly taken from an Operation Wig private group discussion, indeed, it is the true name, and the messages are far from innocent teasing. They resemble a detailed manual for backstage chaos. This was strategy, not drama. One purportedly authentic message from Remy Ma said, "I'll rip the lace right off her soul if she pulls up with him. We'll keep flats nearby just in case." But sis doesn't catch a charge, was the response from another person identified as the Glam Twins. However, it was the last message that truly caused havoc on the internet. She genuinely believes she won the bet. "See me transform this stage into a ring, and I'll swing first." Twitter made a decision in a matter of minutes. There was no breakdown here. Wig warfare was calculated. This wasn't a feeling. It was a case of execution. The internet broke up immediately. One group claims that Remy Ma is unstable and in dire need of therapy, while the other group asserts that she handled business, period. Memes were more popular than the actual drama. Screenshots of Clarissa's face in split form. Even though Claressa really hardly blinked before and after the wig. Grab went viral. Twitter claimed that Claressa was already in a salon chair, sharing a brand new blowout photo with the comment, "Too busy soaking in applause to hear the noise." As if their brand wasn't already tainted by pandemonium. They hurried to repair the damage it bet. They issued a terse statement, and the two-person event happened backstage. "We are collaborating with all stakeholders and are steadfast in our resolve to provide a courteous and safe workplace for all." Translation: until one of them releases a diss tune, they will remain cautious. Furthermore, it's likely that an intern had already edited the video into a sizzle reel before midnight. This was more than simply drama. It was the second part's trailer. Remy Ma's crew went into complete lockdown mode, unfollowed sites, disabled comments, and strictly prohibited her hairstylist from doing live videos. To gain control over companies, her manager in camp, Claressa, proposed the "Wigs Don't Win Wars" campaign. After that, Papoose began to trend once more, appearing in Claressa's postings without saying anything. And fans analyzed the lack of response in comparison to Remy's previous birthday compliments. Papoose training Claressa while breaking Remy's spirit was the headline of one widely shared tweet. Claressa released a sold-out wig grip kit and appeared radiant and unconcerned. Remy revealed a mysterious tale. Both were forbidden by BT. For now, pop culture was rocked by mayhem. AI-generated combat video that daytime broadcasters disputed went viral, and a YouTube deep dive received 9 million views. Remy remained silent and only shared a mysterious message about grief, while Claressa's profile took off with major endorsements, including a wig grip app. Next, a voicemail from Papoose that sounded emotionally spent was shared, and then the narrative abruptly changed. Claressa denied ending the marriage, saying it was long finished. Was she a villain or only a bystander? In the midst of the media frenzy, fan-led petition against wig violence received 60,000 signatures, and Brand began to distance himself from both ladies. After weeks of constant media attention, Claressa eventually put an end to the drama by declaring that she was leaving it. Remy said nothing. Once thought to be impregnable, now perceived as weak, Claressa has yet to lose in the ring, became a divisive figure, while Papoose remained silent in the background, while two strong ladies fought around him. What started as tension behind the scenes evolved into a global spectacle that instantly changed perceptions. Was it strategy or sadness that ultimately prevailed? Remy? Papoose? Claressa? Leave a comment below and have faith. This tale is not yet finished.